Frank is not dead. He's still not. He might be dead. I didn't talk to him today. He's not dead, but he's not here with us. But neither is Sam. I should have said that. His father was also not here with us because he really did die, but he was 102. But Sam's not dead. I mean, Sam's dead. Frank's not dead. Someone's dead. Someone's not. I saw Frank. Frank's alive, but he looked dead. But he's doing better. He might come back to the show. We don't know. If he does die, we'll definitely have him back on. Well, until then, Bobby will take over as announcing still. So Bobby, take it away.
You know what, Pat? You're a producer. Can you give me like a little beatbox for the opening here? A little something funky, you know?
Yeah. I
just
don't know.
You can even.
But
just
you mean
do
human beatbox?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has to do
Just with
that?
your mouth. Just hum, maybe. Give me a little tune. Sammy, feel free to help out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pat Oates Show with your host, Pat Oates, and his co-host, Bobby Tamburo, and his announcer, because Frank's still bitching about his 102-year-old father-in-law dying 9 weeks ago, Bobby Tamburo. And joining us tonight, some great guests we're excited to have. First up, you know her from Twitter. She's a huge comedy fan. She's a good friend of our friend Crip, who we had on last week. Sammy. And he's basically the Jamie of the Harrisburg comedy scene. You know him from his podcast, Grossly Domesticated. It's our lovely guest, Pat George. What's going on, everybody? And the reason
that song's the only thing older than Sam was. That was like really old timey. Like you told him the beatbox, and he went to fucking like 1880s Steppenwolf theme song.
It was cute.
Once he opened it up, I was just like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna do.
Yeah, and you do it so loud that I don't think anyone heard you because you were crushing it. You're like, and he's like, all right, this guy's killing it. That is the whitest. That's cultural appropriation. Right
well, no, it was perfect.
Hey, why don't you beatbox it? And the guy who looks like that is like, don't like that. I understand why black people beat up white kids on videos now. Like,
no, it was perfect because literally we could not come up with like 4 whiter names if we tried. We've got Pat, Bobby, and Sammy,
which are actually the noises he was making.
To be fair, Sammy is also a black name.
Sure. It could be.
Yeah, but he was the Sammy Davis Jr., the most famous of them, and Sammy Sosa both wanted to be white real bad.
And Samuel L. Jackson.
But he's not Sammy Jackson. He does not go by
He
Sammy.
was when he was a kid. Come on.
Well, he didn't mean to be. The white people just called him that and rubbed his head. He was one day, motherfucker. When he was 5, he would say that. And that, oh, by the way, that's 2 weeks in a row. Someone said there's no way Pat will do that black impression again after last week. It wasn't the same one, but it was close.
I was worried about your black impression, so
it's a good one. It's to be clear, it wasn't a black to clear it up. It wasn't a black impression. It's my impression of Foghorn Leghorn, who sounds like.
Oh, okay. Yes. He sounds like he owned black people, not that he was a black person.
What else says there? Hello there. Like, that's not black. God. It's not black. It's cartoon.
Yeah.
He was huge. He was a huge white cock.
Fair enough.
And if you're a huge white cock, you talk black. That's how that works.
Well, guys, as we talked about before the show, POS is more than just a show. We're like a whole multi-marketing thing or whatever. Not like a pyramid scheme, not that one. The one where you do lots of different things. Multimedia, multi-platform.
What happened to that pyramid scheme that was going to sponsor us?
They sent us a bunch of CBD in a Ziploc baggie and then said, "Our bad. We weren't ready for this."
Yep. They didn't know we were going to make fun of them, but they literally sent me pills in a Ziploc bag that said, it wrote on it, "Here are pills to take." I don't know.
Great people. If you need some CBD, reach out to Max and Wendy. That's a free read. You guys are welcome. Love you both.
Yeah, no one knows who they are or how to reach out to them, so it wasn't really a free read.
Google it, man. It's 2021. It's 2021. But like I said, multi thing. One thing we're trying to do is get into marketing for things and like coming up with new ideas for old products. And one thing I've come up with recently, and I'm pitching to drug dealers, is you should wear the basketball jersey of wherever the strain of weed you're selling is from. So like if I come up to a Cali dealer and he's wearing a Lakers jersey and be like, that's Indica from Cali, baby. It's a Clippers jersey. I'm going, that's sativa. Ooh, this is Oakland. It's going to be cheaper and probably give me a headache. You know what I mean? Like you could definitely
buy about
jersey.
Milwaukee?
Hawaii?
No, Milwaukee.
You don't want the Milwaukee weed.
I think you do. 'Cause Milwaukee's a tough life, and if you're high there and you're living good, then yeah, that's good shit.
It's gonna
easy
make
to be
you
happy in California. Be happy in Milwaukee is a fucking you need good shit.
the Milwaukee weed just makes you very paranoid. It makes you want to buy a ranch in the middle of nowhere and just start buying.
If it's not
ammo
called
and guns.
Milwaukee, it's crazy. It's actually called Milwaukee.
Well, that's the strain we're gonna sell.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's the Milwaukee tobacco.
Honestly, dude, you've never heard this before, but I'm pretty sure I coined this phrase. I'm pretty sure Milwaukee is frozen Florida, so it's kind of the same thing. So if you want drugs from anywhere, it's Florida or Milwaukee.
Don't get it from Cleveland. It's all just heroin here.
I was gonna say, Jesus Christ, don't take anything you get in Cleveland.
Cleveland and Afghanistan have the same drugs.
Oh, really?
Yes, they share.
People sell it.
Same heroin.
I've never. It's gonna sound weird, but I've never had heroin.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't tried. I know I'm a loser, but I've not tried.
You've
heroin.
never been to Cleveland.
No, that's why I avoid. Actually, I was at Cleveland one time, but I wasn't there long enough to try the heroin.
Oh, okay. That's like the vaccine. For you come to Cleveland, you got to get that jab. You know.
I was just hanging out with Drew Carey and singing, but we didn't get a chance to.
Oh, okay.
Heroin.
You're on some uppers, not the downers.
So if you go to Cincinnati, you got to try the chili, but if you go to Cleveland, you got to try the heroin.
Exactly.
Okay. I get
What,
it.
what order do you do it?
Well, either one, I think it's gonna fuck your stomach up really bad. You're gonna be passed out in the bathroom either way. Both states.
You know the old saying, heroin before chili makes you feel silly.
That's actually the national flag of Ohio. Is just somebody passed out in a gas station bathroom. Believe it or not.
Yeah, it's me.
I knew we knew you from somewhere. That's awesome.
That's what that picture was. I
Hot
knew
picture,
it.
by the way.
Yeah. That was me chugging chili, not drinks.
Chugging chili sounds like another Two Girls, One Cup I don't want to watch. It's like,
Oh,
chugging chili is super good.
I don't
All
know.
right,
That
speaking of
sounds
something I just watched because I want
Wait,
your
wait,
opinion.
we got to get
Danny,
their
on this.
ideas.
Go ahead.
We got to get their ideas.
Well,
Pat,
the
what's your idea for Ravon on 2nd Street?
Avon on 2nd Street.
Yeah, that's our new sponsor. Don't worry about it.
That's their name?
That's
Or is that a
his name.
guy?
The guy who works on 2nd Street in Harrisburg.
His name's Ravon?
Yeah, he's got that good gas.
And he's got Pennsylvania weed?
No, he's got it from everywhere, which is why I
He's
came up
selling
with
it
the
in
idea.
Pennsylvania.
Are you even paying attention to your
No.
own podcast, Pat?
No, because you're trying to sell me heroin? No, weed.
No, weed. Very clearly.
From a
Just
guy,
weed.
for a guy named Ravon,
Yeah,
who
we're
lives
coming up
near
with
Dutch
marketing
country.
ideas. Ravon's is shit. Pat, what do you have for him? Other Pat. Nice Pat.
Nice Pat. Oh no, I've never been nice Pat. Holy shit. So what do I have for
Oh,
Ravon
no.
on 2nd Street? Is that
Yeah.
what-
How can he move his product better?
Honestly, I mean, viral marketing, you want to put out he's got to go. I think he's going to have to do one of those TikTok dances or something like that. Maybe try
Oh.
to,
I like
then,
the
like-
idea of TikTok. Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He takes a hit of weed. Or
uh-huh.
no. Before he does the weed, he does the milk crate challenge, falls like halfway up. It's real bad. Then he
Right.
hits the weed, does the milk crate challenge perfectly. Boom. Get the weed that lets you do the milk crate challenge.
Oh, okay. So yeah, almost like a Gatorade style, like this weed will give you electrolytes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this is actually Wilt Chamberlain's secret stuff.
Holy shit.
Oh, I got it. You get the milk crates, but you build 2 towers and you do it on Saturday, and one falls and hits the other one. And then you go, did it really happen? You only know if you smoked this shit.
And then somewhere 3 towers away, 3 milk crates away for no
Yes.
reason, one just
For
falls.
no
and
reason
people
whatsoever.
people ask questions for no
And
reason.
then out of nowhere, they showed George Bush reading to kids. It's like, wait, what?
I was gonna say you need Ravon just reading to the kids then. He's the good
I
guy.
don't think Ravon can read to kids or read.
Well, he's reading a kid's book. Or the kids are reading to him.
Yes, they're like, this is called your GED, Ravon. I thought it was Rape On. I'm like, that's the worst name.
No, it's like Raven, but
I gotta
with
get
a
my Rape
Y.
On.
Ravon sounds like a Duracell battery or something.
It's terrible for vibrators. It's like you don't want it,
Shorts
but
out.
you know you do. Rape On. It's like, all right.
That is perfect because you would always be like 4 hours late. So you'd be like a watch battery that just didn't work. You'd be like, Ravon, you said you'd be here at noon. It's 6. Ah, my bad, buddy. I'm leaving now. Are you?
I'm in the car. I'm already on my way.
Well, that's the thing. He didn't have a car, so like you need two things to be a drug dealer: drugs and a
Got
car.
my girl in the Dodge Neon coming. Don't worry.
Exactly.
It's the new CPT instead of color people time. It's crushing puss time. It's just destroying you with 4 hours of rape on batteries. But okay, Sammy, what is the question, Bobby? We're asking her.
We're trying to help Rayvon market his product. Pat had the brilliant idea of milk crate viral challenge.
I made
Yeah,
9/11 happen.
I like the
Yeah.
combo. I really feel that's a good. If he can get on this soon enough, when's this episode going out?
Probably tomorrow.
Boom, there you go.
Boom is the wrong term for our 9/11.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're right. Boom, boom, boom.
I mean, I'm with you guys on that one. So
Nope, you need your own.
I don't know. I said like the battery shit. I don't know.
I mean, if we're gonna do it, we should keep going with terrible things, right? We should have like Holocaust, like because he's black and he can holla at a bunch of people get all together and the
Well, that's like, yeah,
How many
Well, like,
people
instead of, like,
are you
I feel like
trying
it-
to anger
the
with
vape,
one
that's
joke?
more
Vape.
Jewish.
it's a vape, but you do it through like a shower. So it's like so you're in this tight room and it just smokes you out and you lose weight. And then when you're done, to know who was there first or second, you each get a number on your arm to let you know who smoked first and second and third and 314th.
What if we do like an Energizer Bunny, right? Like rave on, right?
Yeah.
But like,
Okay.
he goes to a literal rave, and then because they're like, oh, we're out of drugs, and then the music goes boo, and then all of a sudden he goes rave on, and
Ooh.
then,
And then he doses everybody.
It's not going to get better than that.
come on,
He's
you're
just
welcome.
rave
bro.
out in
I
the
need
back.
this.
He winks and he just drops his thumbs in someone's drink. And then out of nowhere, Bill Cosby's in the back dancing. You're like, you don't say anything. He's just there.
Rave on.
Every
People are
once
like,
in
oh,
a while,
Bill Cosby's in this. Fuck that. Like, I was fine with the vape drug, but I'm not cool with the Cosby part.
Hey, I like the assist, you know?
So did he.
every once in a
He didn't need the
while,
assist. He was Bill Cosby. What's that? I don't want to defend his raping. But
every once in a while, I get a text from Rayvon because this is like the 5th time I've shouted out his spot.
Wait, that's
on
a real
this
guy?
podcast. Yeah.
oh, I
Once in a
thought you were
while, I
just
get a
being
text from him.
racist.
No, I get a text from him that goes, "Stop blowing up my spot." So I'm looking forward to the one that's like, "Yo, stop blowing up my spot." But tell that Pat George got to text me. He's got good ideas.
Well, then, I'm sorry, Rayvon, for everything. I didn't know you were a real man.
That's why I kept
I
trying to be
assumed
like,
it was real. That's why I wasn't one to say anything.
Then you were smarter than me. Here I am saying you should do like Holocaust shit, 9/11. No, keep a low profile. Like stop selling drugs to Bobby.
Oh, yeah, and then start selling them to me. I'm closer, I think, maybe.
Maybe you shouldn't say you should wink.
I'll take some too,
Don't sell
Rayvon.
them.
I
don't
didn't say
think he's
anything
giving
bad
us-
about you.
Is he giving out free drugs? Are we doing it samples?
No.
The other assholes give us samples.
no, he is not.
Oh.
He's advertising on our show.
No. He's hired us as a marketing consulting. He's like, you guys are pretty good at getting views. I need to get views on this product.
Oh, we're a think tank.
Yeah, exactly.
A
You
viral
should
thing.
be, you should be
I've-
high to do that.
I've done that. Well, guess what?
There you go. I guess you should guess you were high with that theme song at the beginning.
Yeah.
That isn't something sober folk do.
And there aren't a lot of people I put on the spot with a theme song. The reason why I put Pat on the spot is, as I alluded to, he's kind of the Jamie of Harrisburg. We've had a lot of guys,
Young Jamie, you mean Joe Rogan?
young Jamie from
Fine.
Joe Rogan, but Pat's probably older and better looking. I've never seen a picture of Jamie or know his age or anything
Yeah,
about
he's a
him.
handsome devil.
Well, Pat's pretty handsome. Look at all those tattoos.
I didn't say he was.
Well,
Jamie's also from Ohio. Shout out back to Ohio and all the heroin and chili. So
well, then we
Hey.
know Pat's better because Ohio it was pretty shitty and Pennsylvania is just this much better. It's
That's
just a smidge.
Okay.
The battle of places I don't want to go. What are we doing?
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm
reason
in
why-
Connecticut. Nobody wants to be here either, so don't worry about it.
The reason why I put Mr. George on the spot is because he produces all the podcasts pretty much in the Harrisburg area. And there are a couple of comedians who think they're fucking Joe Rogan, who should be on his network, that just won't bite the bullet and do it. Cough, DNR, and cough. Okay. So, Pat, who all do you produce in the area? Because it's a lot of guys we've had on. If you just want to give a quick rundown, I just
Yeah.
put a
Yeah.
lot of work in. It's important to shout you out. You're pretty kind of pioneering in that area.
I
Like, anybody who wants to do that stuff knows they have a place they can go to you, even if it's like a one-off thing and they're just like, I have an idea, you're willing to do it.
Yeah, I'm down for. I'm really down to do creative stuff. I was telling you a little bit before the show. Like, I reached out to
No
Manny.
better advertisement than slapping your fucking mic and say, I'm really good at what I do.
Let me fucking tell you what I fucking do, okay?
And all of a sudden your Zoom goes out and blows up. You're like, yeah, sign up with me.
I'm bleeding from the mouth. No,
The camera comes on, Rayvon's shooting you in the face.
No, Raymond, no. No, I produce Falls Count Anywhere with Manny and Youngblood, Proper Bonics with Alan and Kirk. I also produce Hacks Comedy Golf, as it's you can find that on Instagram. That's hosted by John Montag, a very funny guy from Jersey, Philly area. And honestly, 6 a.m. GDP and also Trauma Hood. So those are just some bigger ones that I do in the area, but I'm always down to do creative shit. So I appreciate the shout out, Bobby. Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
And you have a cool mustache.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. This was an accident.
Well, you were almost a fireman.
I used to. I had a pretty decent beard, but I shaved this side a little bit too short, and then I just went for it. So I appreciate that. I've got positive.
No,
feedback,
it's cool.
and I feel like this is the first one that is not sarcastic. So I appreciate that compliment. Thank you.
When you had your full look and a little fuller figure, there was another comedian who's almost your doppelganger who used to host a mic. So awkwardly enough, the first couple of times I met you, I thought I didn't like you because I thought you were the other guy. And then I was
Who
like,
is
oh,
it?
no.
Say his name.
Yeah.
I don't even know his name anymore, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
you
It's
do.
Ryan something.
It was Matt
Lizard
Ford.
Lounge. Lizard
Oh,
Lounge. You know what I'm talking about?
No, not that guy, Ryan Meehan.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Sounds like
exactly.
an asshole.
So like, I was like, why is this guy being so nice to me now? Normally he just makes fun of me and then gets mad at me when I make fun of him when he brings me out. You know what I mean? And then I was like,
Wow.
oh, they're two distinct different people. I smoke a lot of pot, Pat, so
Hey.
don't take it personally.
We couldn't tell from your background.
How do you spell his last name?
Why are we doing this?
Because I always do this to you whenever you bring him. Remember that 2 weeks ago when Lester brought up all those comics, I wouldn't stop shitting on him.
I think
I
it's
felt bad. I liked all the pictures in the show last
Pat,
night.
we don't need
I
to
felt
do
bad.
that. We don't need to help him. We don't
Is
need
this
to
the
help
part
him.
where we play Who's the Piece of Shit or whatever?
No, it's always me.
Yeah, it's usually Pat.
That's not him. This guy's a politician.
The
right?
issue is, okay, so the issue was this podcast had a lot more chemistry when Frank the announcer was here and we could just attack Frank. But now it's just like a tennis game.
Yeah. You had the
Not a
intern.
tennis game. Everyone's just mean to me, and I have to fight back. I'm
Whoa,
just a
whoa,
sweet
whoa,
fella.
whoa, whoa. You're the best.
I'm sweet.
I mean, that's an adjective.
I'm fucking sweet.
I mean,
How dare you? I
Okay.
invite all these people just to talk with me for no reason whatsoever.
You're all
Okay.
sweet.
Only 2 or 3 people I've had to like quit the podcast while they were on it, and then they got mad on Twitter and talked about how I blocked them. Like, yeah, you were rude, and like I don't want to talk to you.
But
Yeah,
to be
Crip.
fair, the one person didn't do that because she understood it was a mutual misunderstanding and wants to be your friend again.
Oh, I'm always your friend. I think Luby's fantastic. I would never. She doesn't count.
Yeah,
She
no, I
had a
just
tough
wanted to
day.
make sure.
She had a tough day. I
I guess
understand.
you're
that.
like,
No,
what
no,
are
no.
they
She
talking
does
about?
not count. And once I found out why she did that, because she's been treated like shit on her podcast, I get that 100%.
Yeah. So it
She
wasn't...
does not count.
Okay, good.
No, because
the
she
other
actually is a talented
Other ones
person.
are fucking dead to us, and you
She's
better
a
watch
talented
out
I'm not trying to be a
because
dick, but she actually is a talented
POS
person. They're just-
fighter Blaine
One
Shutt.
guy was homeless,
for
and I
you.
was like, I should be nice to him because he seems homeless. And then he was rude, which makes sense because when you live outside, you don't know how to be nice.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar was a grouch.
But he was also a puppet. And kids liked him. Kids don't like this other one. Whatever.
I mean, he probably.
Before we get into our shit, I want to ask Sammy this, but also Pat, because you're a fan of comedy and everything too. But I just 3 different times in a row watched the new Shane Gillis special because
Oh.
it was so fucking good. And it was so good. And I think you'll get this in the worst way possible because it is the least professional special I've ever seen in the way he tells jokes. But it felt like you were there. Like, did you like it? I know how much you love him.
Oh, I saw him. I was fortunate to see him in June, and it was like the same experience watching like the special. It
I
was.
saw him in
So legit.
May, and it was the same almost set, a
Yeah.
couple different things, but it was the jokes.
Oh,
were
yeah,
faded.
yeah. But I mean, like, just his presence was exactly the same as like being there, because he's still like, I don't want to say dorky, but he's kind of dorky.
Without a
But he's
doubt.
just-
he owns
he's
the
so-
quirk.
Yeah, he's so awesome. He is, and it was just nonstop laughing.
I think he's the only person in that's that height of professional right now who could not have punchlines and just go, whoa, and then you fucking laugh and go, like 4 times he just goes, whoa, and that's the punchline, and you laugh at it.
No,
But
and his stories are so fucking funny.
I can't think of John Cena again in any way.
Right?
I don't want to root for people, but it's the greatest thing I've ever heard. My day job, I work with 2 retarded people. So I asked them both if they like John Cena. They're like, yeah, we love him. I'm like, oh.
We all love him.
Oh, you like boobs too? Like, yeah, we like boobs. Like, he was right. Right. Like, what do you like more? I asked one guy, Zach. He goes, I like Cena more than boobs. I go, why? He goes, I've met Cena more. That was a retarded guy's answer. I thought that was the greatest thing. It's like, how many times you meet him? He's like, twice. Like, oh, God damn it.
Aw.
35-year-old retarded guy, you can't even meet tits.
Well,
I've done Cena break. But it was, I just loved it. Pat, did you watch that special?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I feel like the same thing, like he is so like I think you were saying like like his dorkiness or whatever. I think his like posture almost like is this kind of like it's very
shucks.
It's like, but like I also feel like he's kind of like the more years he's like a diehard Notre Dame fan, like the more he's actually turning into the actual like you know what I mean? Like eventually
Irish.
start doing comedy like this, where he's just like, like my favorite part of it, I feel like was when the music started bleeding through, like was the parts that weren't like playing, like when he's like, oh, I knew you wanted to dance when that guy got up and do you know what I mean?
Like, go do some Molly, asshole.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like those like he like the DJ hits play or whatever and just go now finger or whatever. You know what I mean? Like those off the top lines and shit like that were so fucking funny to me. And those were the things like I think you were talking about, Sammy, like that were like made you feel like you were kind of like there. Like it was like or it was like saying like how like unprofessional it was even, or like how it felt like it was so, but it was so great because it was very much in the moment. And I know it was wasn't it filmed at a comedy festival? Or
it was at the Creek and the Cave in Austin. So it was just like a smaller place, but it wasn't really, is what I know somebody that was there. Someone just said to me, it wasn't promoted as like he's recording a special. They just did a bunch of shows and he wanted to record. They weren't sure what they were. And when they were done, he was like in his mind, I guess he probably knew, but no one was really pushing it as that. Which means he recorded several shows that weekend. Which means there were shows where he didn't say the thing about the guy dancing, and he said, "Fuck that! I'm keeping that in my special," which I like even better.
Yeah, he got a joke. Yeah,
and I hate to say not professional. It was beyond professional. He's incredible. He works so hard. He writes incredibly. Videos he puts out, his YouTube channel is amazing. What I mean is, like, so years ago, Cat Williams put out this special where he was like talking about the president. He was supposed to be like in the White House, and he just talked about Jacksonville, Florida, because that's where he was for like 20 minutes. I'm like, this isn't a special. This feels like you're just at the club in Jacksonville. This was the opposite. This made me sit at home and felt like I was in Austin, sitting in the front row watching it, and I like that feeling better than watching someone in an arena where there's a disconnect. I still felt like he connected with me. He was putting his head down like he was ducking from a ceiling that wasn't there the entire he really is aw shucks boy, and he's just telling you things that he thinks is like, if I say these things and my parents hear me, they'll get mad.
Yeah. Don't tell my dad.
Story about his sister is fucking right.
Yeah. And I think everything everybody said kind of fed into that, because that's what I liked about it. It felt like you were in the club, like you weren't there.
Yeah.
And Pat, I really liked your answer, but this would have been a hilarious time for you to find out that, like, for Pat to find out you were really just like an Antifa comic. Be like, fuck him. I can't believe they gave him a fucking platform. We need to get that shit off of YouTube.
Let me tell you how I felt about it, okay? I felt like it's not soon enough for the victims of his crimes. No, I think there's like a weird thing. I've worked for like Hard Times and shit like that, and I know he had some kind of beef with the Hard Times, and I was like, I hope he's still, because I am a fair acquaintance of him. You know what I mean? Like we'd see each other and say, hey, how's it going? But not friends. You know what I mean? Not close friend. But once he found out that, like, I think he was even somebody that I worked close with at the Hard Times that was apparently stealing his material, and it was like, oh shit, sorry, kitty cat's here.
I thought the guy was there. The guy was stealing.
my kitty cat's visiting.
I know
Aw.
a guy who worked for Hard
Hi,
Times. I
kitty.
hope it was him.
Yeah, that was this guy right here. No, it was that. But I thought for like a while I was like, I hope that like he doesn't think like I did that or anything. But he's a genuinely fucking hilarious guy, and to see like it a special that for sure is my absolute favorite special that somebody has released on YouTube, if not like in the past couple of years. That's like a fucking
seriously.
phenomenal. And I think the instead of saying like I said unprofessional, but I meant like more like loose, maybe.
No,
Like,
yeah, same thing. When I said that, I just meant it didn't have that polished, like slick, like he's done a million times where it's like there's 85 clips of this, and it felt like it was all one set, even though it could have moved around, it was good. The only thing it was missing, and this is what I think it needed an option, like a DVD version or something like that, where you could have him talk just in Chinese voice. I think that would have been the greatest thing. That would have been the ultimate fuck you. He got 1 million views basically already on YouTube after everyone's gonna cancel. It's like, fuck off, the guy's talented. You made him much of a star. If there was a button, like an SAP button, but like a ching chong ching button, and you hit that, and it just made him do that whole thing, like, oh, Cena. Like, I would have watched that forever.
Yep.
I think
So I thought we were still helping with marketing.
I think he's doing fine in that department.
A ching chong ching button needs to be on everything.
or
thought
it needs
that's what the CC
Bo and
was.
Yang doing commentary.
Oh, that would be great. And Pat, I would say, don't worry. He just texted me. He said, "Don't worry. He knows you didn't steal any jokes. The other ones were funny."
Ouch.
I know a guy who worked there. I wanted to ask you, but I was like, it's not gonna be. He does one-liners, so it's not him.
Okay, yeah.
But there's a lot of comics there who might do things that aren't theirs. But,
Yeah, if I knew for sure, I would say it right now, but I've said
right. No, and also the guy I know is funny, but he's also big and large and fat, and it would make sense. Anyway, so all right, that was it. That was all I wanted to do, Bobby. Is just do that. Is that okay?
Yeah. I was
wanted to
worried
know.
I derailed too much. That's why I was like, "Hey, we'll get to the first story after
No,
this."
you
Don't
didn't
worry.
derail it. We love each other, and
All
it's fine. You do
First
your
story.
thing.
We don't need to
Oh
fight.
no!
First story.
For the first time ever, I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask you to do the question I hate.
Oh shit.
I don't think we've ever done it with a female on the show.
Okay, we'll do that one. We'll do that one. All right.
And I would really, after getting to know Pat, would really like to know his answer.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one.
Now, I hate this question, and I think it's something that's ruined our show. But like a lot of things, like in a Stockholm Syndrome thing, I think I'm now starting to miss it. This is something Bobby came up with to ask people, and I have no idea why, but go ahead, Bobby.
Okay, can I go second?
It's not bad. It's just, I don't know why he thought of it.
All right. Well, have you guys seen?
You're
the
not going to
movie?
want to go first or second.
This is not the question he hates. It's the prelude that he also hates. But have either of you guys seen the movie Gattaca?
No.
Okay. You should watch Gattaca. That's why it
never
matters,
watched
Pat. Anyway, basically
First one was-
Gattaca's we get to a point in civilization where you're
Is it like a
genetically-
slutty girl? Is that the thing?
No.
No.
The cover?
No, it's no.
No,
Exact opposite.
Okay.
It's
Slutty
two,
girl.
Oh,
it's two
okay.
boys. Is
Oh,
the cover. Not naked or anything. It's not weird. I mean,
It's
it
fucking
is
weird.
kinda
You and
You
Matt.
asked, it's weird.
The question gets a little personal, but all right. So basically, we get to a point in society where we're genetically engineering your children. You know what I mean? You could choose their height, weight, every detail. We're at
I'm
that
down.
point. Exactly. And everybody's down until you get to this question. It's your son. How big are you making his dick?
Why?
9 inches.
What?
Miss, I wanted to go second nose, comes out the gate swinging.
Why wouldn't you want
Your
your son to
son, you
have a
gotta
big
change
cock?
his diaper. It's a huge cock.
Well, it's not going to be 9 whenever they're like a
You're
child.
creating him. He's gonna be slinging heat from the beginning.
Yeah,
Soft?
9 soft.
Not 9
Jesus
soft.
Christ.
What's he
No.
soft?
like 5.5 maybe.
That's
gonna
gonna God damn. Who are you hanging out with? Shaquille O'Neal. Jesus Christ.
I like to think Shane Gillis. Just throwing that out there. I want to put that out to
Yes.
the universe. Shane
That's why.
Gillis.
That's why his neck gets.
I'm sorry, but if Shane
pulled
Gillis
down
was
by his
holding
dick.
9 hard, he would put his head down like that.
He has to. It's the only
He
way to
wouldn't be a
balance out his
comedian.
huge cock.
No, I know some comedians with big dicks. They're not funny, but they got you.
I mean, I do too. I know some funny ones.
They were genetically made.
But that is part of the thing. Like the bigger his dick, the more of an asshole he's definitely gonna be, right? Like,
Yeah,
and the
there's
smaller the
actually-
dick, the harder he's going to try. It's kind of like a philosophical question.
There's like a socio-political part of this of dick size for men.
Except for the part where you're his dad and you know about his dick. Why do I have a son? I don't know anything about his dick. My dad didn't know about my dick. That's not a thing we passed on. That's not a thing you do. You don't know about your kid's dick. I don't want, if he's slinging heat, that's good for him. I don't need to know his fucking game. He's my son.
But don't you want them to have a big dick?
I don't get why. Why isn't there?
No, I mean,
I want him to be good to women. So if he has a big dick, he's not going to go down on them. And I want him to go down
That's
on
not
them.
true.
That's the greatest gift of all. A lot of big dick men don't go down on women unless they don't know what they're doing.
There are plenty
That's
of
not true at all.
average-sized dick
Yeah,
men
you
who
were
don't go
drunk.
down on women.
Anyway,
either.
so
I'm not that drunk.
sober, yeah, if you're sober and they have a big dick, you don't need to. He needs to know all that stuff. And like I told Bobby, if you're gonna do it, you give a big dick. You got to make the kid ugly as hell. So he has to have a personality. So it's a surprise to the woman. Because if he's handsome and a big dick, he never has to be a good person. But if he's ugly but has a huge cock, then the women get to know him and they're like, well, I guess I'll give him a pity fuck. And then surprise, surprise, here comes a hose that can stop racism. Like, that's what you need.
Okay, I the only loophole, I think all you need is one finely placed cleft palate. If you have like right there,
yeah.
that'll humble the fuck out of this fella. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you give him a huge hog, but you can give him abs. Everything else flawless.
Oh.
And then you got an Alexander Ovechkin on your hands.
Girls will
Nice.
love that. Girls don't mind a cleft palate, especially you get that shit fixed. You're
Exactly.
Joaquin Phoenix.
All right,
Look at
I'm gonna 2-foot dick with a Rocky Dennis face.
I don't have one, but I'm just saying.
I'm going there.
I was gonna say a mustache, I can't tell.
He's like, just build it like me.
Yeah, just they
Okay.
covers it right up.
Okay, what about your daughter? Do you know how big or
I
small?
brought this
her
up and everybody
pussy's
got
gonna
weird
be?
with me. Never a couple weeks ago, I said about daughter being pussy, and I have a daughter. I don't want to hear what she's either. She's
Okay.
great.
I would want my daughter to have a tiny pussy.
Yeah, nobody wants a loose pussy daughter.
So wait,
But
you're asking
why do you
me-
not? Why would you want a small dick son?
So I
I
get
don't
to
want
the,
to know about their sticks or pussies at all.
so your question is, I get to the doctor. They're like,
you
you're
have
having
to know.
a girl
Yeah.
design her pussy, right?
They have nothing but buttholes.
I'm going, babe, grab your bags. We're leaving Texas.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like this is the other thing. If you want such small vaginas, why exactly do you want such large penises? Do you know
Yeah,
what
you're
I'm
making
saying?
it rough.
Now, why would
I
you?
don't know if you've seen
Now
porn
I'm-
recently,
now
but
I'm
brothers and
seeing
sisters fuck now. So,
What?
porn's the rage.
Steps.
It's in parentheses.
Yeah, because they aren't really. So yeah.
Maybe if you give him a cleft penis, maybe that'll work. Maybe if it's a really
No,
big
that look-
penis.
Cleft vagina. Come on, little scar on the side there.
Technically, all vaginas are cleft. I think isn't that just the cleft? There's
You know
a,
what?
Well, if it goes.
I'll
goes that
answer your
way.
question, Sammy. It would be
Okay.
it would be moderately sized, but the thing is, I would make it very, very hairy. Like she could be very attractive, but it would be very, very hairy. That
can
way,
change-
So Italian or Armenian.
close. Yeah, probably a mix of the two. And you know what? We may even go. They're gonna be like, "You want to go interspecies here?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, what? Give me sheepskin as well, like sheep hair."
Bobby, in the words of Otto and George, the late Otto and George, it would look like a gorilla with a hatchet wound in its back. That's what it would look like.
You know what? I went to animals and I specifically stayed away from that particular one. You know what? I went there and I was like, nope, we're not going to go that. We're going to go
Expected that.
even further. We're going to go to sheep. But here's the thing, because if you do that, right, she's going to find a guy who's going to appreciate her at an appropriate age. It's going to gross out enough young guys that they're going to stay away. Because even if she shaves it, like you said, Pat, all that razor burn, like we're talking sheep hair, you're going to have to shave.
Oh, yeah, because that would make me walk away. If there's a pretty
Or-
girl, I'd be like, oh, no, razor burn.
Or she's going to get an older guy who's like, I don't give a shit about all this fuzz.
And you're like, all right, well,
Yeah.
no Silk City hot sauce.
Why would I
for
care
you.
about that? She has to listen to my head. I'm talking. I can't be me and then go razor burn, really? Did I ever tell you this, Bobby? That one time I was dating a girl years ago, and we dated for years. But like when I first started dating her, one day I'm just gonna go down on her, and
She's part sheep.
wish she wasn't that bad. Anyway, fuck you. I had to do it. So she was all shaven, but like near her ass was like one hair that she had missed. And I was pretty drunk at the time. And I go, oh, that's normal. You have like one hair. Should I pull it? She goes, fuck, excuse me? And then she like sobered up. She's like, what? I go, I'm just going to pull it. She goes, why the fuck would you tell me I missed and have one hair? Who says that? I go, I'm not mad at it. I thought it was fun. It's like an icebreaker. Should I pull it? He goes, get the fuck away from me. We did not have sex that night. And the next day she had a razor burn because she tried to shave the one hair she couldn't see.
Aww.
You're the piece of shit in that story because you
I-
wrecked her
I stayed with
100%.
her. I stayed with her after that. I'm a good
No,
guy.
because you know what?
She
That,
stayed with you.
No,
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
stayed
yeah,
with
yeah.
me. I had to go. That was my 9/11.
She had one asshole hair.
That's the
That's your
definition of
9/11.
white
I hate
privilege.
hair. One asshole hair is a lot.
It was.
What?
I didn't say it was asshole hair. It was in near, but it wasn't ever asshole. It was
Okay,
just
so-
like lower. It was.
it
I would
wasn't
never.
like-
I would never go down on someone's asshole. That's where poop comes from.
So that's
Right.
so basically you thought there was just a misunderstanding. You thought it was cute. You
That
thought
was
it
her name.
fun.
Misunderstanding. That was her last name.
Misunderstanding. You have an asshole hair. Not. It's not an asshole hair. Sorry, I apologize.
She said later on, it would have been fine if I noticed it and didn't say it in the moment, and I brought it up later. I'm like, well, I don't know how to do that. I do crowd work, and I have to do it right when I'm in the spot. I can't not say that. I'm like a dog with the wind. I see, I have to say something, and I had to. I couldn't have waited till later. 'Cause if I waited, I would have said it during sex.
What was her ethnicity?
She was, I don't know. She was white. I don't know what the.
Was
fuck-
she
I don't know where-
Italian? Dark
I don't know.
hair?
No. She was I don't know. She was some Eastern Europe thing, I think.
Okay.
I never know because I don't believe in that unless you're really from there. Because I don't think you should brag about what your grandparents fucked. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
I'm supposedly Irish, but like I've never been there. My parents weren't there, but my great grandparents had sex there, and I shouldn't claim where they fucked.
True, but at the same
It's a
time, like you
weird thing to
still,
say.
you like, you know, a
That's
lot of
why
Irish
Puerto
guys I
Ricans,
know look
Italians
like
are the
you.
worst people
So,
ever. Puerto Ricans, Italians are the worst because they won't stop talking about where their family fucked.
yeah.
From
That's
East
because
Asia.
Italians were doing philosophy while your people were swinging from trees, Pat. So
My
that's
people
why they
are
brag
black?
about it. No, Jesus fucking Christ! Every time.
Swinging from trees.
It's
Who
about
does that? I've
who
never seen an
developed-
Irish guy swing from a
It's
tree.
There's no
about-
trees in Ireland.
It's
Yeah,
the
what are you
development of
doing?
civilization. It was like
We had
we
bogs.
were evolved. We had society while you
No,
guys
we
still
were-
hunting and gathering.
Oh, whoa. We were doing laundry and putting our meat in it and eating corned beef. How dare you?
I don't think that's how it worked.
That's how we did it. It's a bit I did on stage, so it's obviously true.
Ask a guy
Black
named
people were
Julius
given
Caesar about it.
Brisket, and they made wonderful brisket out of it. White people were given brisket. They put it with their laundry and made corned beef. That's how it works.
No, I
Other
get
Pat,
that.
where are you from?
I am from Connecticut.
Other Pat,
That's what my
not you,
parents
not you,
thought.
Pat.
Oh,
He's from heroin.
yeah. I'm from
Oh.
Florida. I'm from Southern Heroin, Florida.
Southern hair. Okay.
Bath salt heroin. You know.
Yeah, that's because that's bath salt.
All right, no, Bobby, let's do this. Do you know Pat? Do you know Pat's heritage, Bobby?
I have a guess based on his last
No, I'm saying.
name.
So why don't we guess? Each of them.
No, because that's
Yeah.
how people get canceled, dude. Why don't we do
Already
the first
I did
story?
Ching
He's
Chong
white.
King.
You're not going to get
45
canceled.
minutes into the podcast,
And also, no one knows who we are. We can't get canceled if no one knows who we are. Do guess Pat and Sammy, then I'll guess Pat.
Go for
I'm
it.
gonna say Pat's African and Sammy's Mongolian.
I say
Correct.
I'm gonna one up you. Pat's South African.
South African.
Yeah, see, he did it. And Sammy is
He does
Eastern
look like the dad
Transylvania.
from Wild Thornberries. I will say that he does look like he could pull off a wild Nigel.
he also
Thornberry.
looks like also
Oh, he does.
Rugrats dad, all that stuff. Yeah, it's like
I take all of those as compliments. Thank you. I am so glad I came to do this show today. I am absolutely flattered. Thank you.
We're
so
you
much.
also
we're
have
trying to be
a
nice.
Nanette look to you. Does that help too? You look like Nanette.
Jesus, that just
Yeah, that evened it out.
that's why we
Same
call other
haircut.
Pat nice Pat.
Yeah.
She's America's sweetheart.
She's not.
She was
Not
for like
even
a day.
from
Remember when
America.
all women loved her for a day.
I
No,
don't
we
think
didn't.
She's from here.
Oh, okay. Not all.
Uh,
Hello, I'm going to talk about me rapes. Like that was her special. It was fun.
Boy, I've been raped yet. You did, you
Hello.
did.
Yeah, that's another man held me down. Isn't it? It's Paul Hogan. That'd be great if she got raped by the famous Australians.
Call that
Paul
a
Hogan.
rape?
The PGs, all of them. That's not a rape. That's a rape. Now we're canceled. Now Bobby's just quiet. For
That
a
was
minute.
that was the one.
That was the one that did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cut that one out.
That was still funnier than her second special, what we just did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was funnier than anything she's ever done.
Her special with the dog.
I'm a woman. I'm allowed to say that.
How dare you? Daniel, whatever the dog's name was. I was mad I watched.
Doug.
It was Doug.
Was it Doug?
Did I dead name her dog? I'm sorry. Bobby was so mad he left. I was like, fuck this. We don't shit on the net.
Yeah. He went to
All
go.
right, Bobby, should I read a story now?
Did he leave?
No, he just does this.
He's a picture.
Yeah, that's young him.
Aw. He looks like a weird South volcano.
You got a chin strap. You have a chin strap?
No, he's just got his. I think he's playing rugby or something.
Oh,
You didn't hear any of that?
No, I heard it all. I just had to pee, man. We're 45 minutes in. We haven't done.
I
the
think a young
stories.
That's a
South
quick
volcano
peek.
was a good. It's a
We're
good
in for a
line.
long haul.
That was a quick pee. Do you have a
I-
can beside you or what?
No, I'm in a very small hotel room. Like
Oh.
it's a step and a half to the bathroom. So we're
Be happy
45
there's a
minutes back.
background. One of the first episodes we ever did. He didn't realize we could see him in the mirror, and he was just sitting down taking a dump.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
That was one of my
Check it out.
favorites. That was classic. That was like Frank goes, "Hey, what's that?" That was great. All right, we'll do the part of the show we were supposed to do the show. I know people are mad. You didn't stick to format. It's like, fuck you. We're having fun. All right. Thank you, Steve Burns, for cluing us in on what happened when you left Blue's Clues. The original host of the popular 1990s Nickelodeon series appears in a video post Tuesday into the Nick Jr. verified Twitter account. In honor of the show's 25th anniversary, Burns talked about his decision to abruptly depart the show in 2002, which left many viewers upset. You remember how when we were younger, we used to run around and hang out with Blue and find clues, talk to Mr. Salt, freak out about the mail, and do all the fun stuff Burns said in the video? Well, then one day I was like, oh, hey, guess what? Big news. I'm leaving. Here's my brother, Joe, and he's your new best friend. I got on a bus and I left, and we didn't see each other again for a really long time. Can we just talk about that? Great, because I realized that was kind of abrupt. He was still wearing the Blue's Clues clothes and hat, which is fucking creepy. He sported it as a host. Burns explained that he had left to attend college. Burns said school was really challenging, by the way, but great because I got to use my mind and take a step at a time. Now I literally do many of the things I wanted to do. The internet got very upset at this because they all thought he did drugs and got fired. And people lost their minds because he came out 20 years later and said, I just went to school and bettered myself and left the show. And people are mad. It's like, why would he come back out now and do this? There's all these serious things happening in the world. Why are you trying to distract us with this boring ass story? But he said, he even said he kind of grew up and he became a different guy and he wanted to have a job and a family and change life. He went on to other boring ass things that go on in there that I could read to you the whole time. But he just wanted to say he's sorry and he's happy we're all still friends. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it fucking Steve from Blue's Clues for thinking anybody gives a fuck about Steve from Blue's Clues? The simple fact that he still has his Twitter account, which means in 2002 he had a verified Blue's Clues Twitter. What child? I didn't know there was Twitter in 2002. I mean, it's 20 years old and great. I didn't know kids were on. I don't know he had that. Is it him for wearing the outfit when he was going up there and talking about so you'd remember to fly? He actually still looks exactly like it, boyish face, all that shit. Is it his brother Joe for not spoiling this earlier and saying, hey, by the way, I got a spoiler alert. No one gives a fuck about Steve. I'm happy I got the job. Is it people getting upset that he wasn't on drugs or gay or killed a man or in jail? Like, why do we need that all that? Why can't someone just be happy? Why can't someone just go off, have a good life, leave Twitter, and be happy they left Twitter and have no one bother them because they fucking left Twitter? Twitter made them angry because people said things about them that weren't need to be said. Who's a piece of shit in the story? Bobby.
Me first?
Yeah.
All right, man. It's Blue's Clues. Because all these shows like Blue's Clues are fucking psyops. All right. What's up with America's fascination in these cute cartoon fighting dogs? McGruff, Blue's Clues, Scooby-Doo. I'll tell you what's up. It's the CIA trying to get you to forget that police dogs were used in black people in the 60s. This is all one giant marketing campaign. They're like, no, you go around and have fun with them. They don't bite black people and put them back in their place. So it's Blue's Clues for pulling the wool over America's eyes.
You remember last year when the dog from Paw Patrol got canceled because he was a cop?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
It's one of my favorite things of all time.
Let's normalize this with
weird,
vicious
You
police
explain to
dogs.
little kids why their favorite isn't there. he hates George Floyd. Like, what?
Okay, well, that is a better alternative, right?
George Floyd?
Because the way
George
that,
Floyd couldn't read.
that the way that ends, if it's not for something stupid like that, is it's a young kid running up and thinking it's a police dog is the Paw Patrol and just getting its face bitten off. So of the two, I'll take.
Is the kid covered in weed? Why is the dog eating?
Because that's what police dogs do. They're trained.
My buddy's a police dog cop, and his dog's never bit me.
Because he hasn't snapped his fingers the right way.
I've got a lot of good friends that are police dog buddy.
My mother was a police dog.
Watch what you're saying about them.
Does your buddy do the trick where he taps the back of the car twice to make the dog jump, regardless of how much weed's in
That's
the car?
a cute trick.
They pull that in Harrisburg all the time.
They pull that
I'm not
everywhere.
black. I've never seen that trick. I would not.
I'm just saying.
Man, I got pulled over for eating Arby's in Harrisburg. They pull you over for a lot of things.
Oh yeah, dude, they are.
How much Arby's were you eating?
It was look, all right. Now you sound like the cop, okay? I don't want to hear this bullshit.
He's like, there's no way this guy's just eating that much food. He must be a pedophile waiting. Like, no. I'm just eating this much food.
Mustache and mozzarella sticks. Yeah, get
I
over
don't.
there,
I don't
buddy.
believe it.
Get out of
Let's
the
get
car.
the dogs in, buddy.
Sammy, who's the piece of shit in the story of Blues?
The people who are judging Steve and judging Blue's Clues.
Oh, why?
Somebody backs the blue canines because I back the blue. Just not the
Blues Clues matters.
You're supposed to be.
I back Blue's Clues.
You're supposed to be man's best friend, but you're a snitch. That's all I'm gonna say.
No.
Police dogs, not you.
Yeah.
You're great.
That's true.
He's a house dog, like kind of like a Uncle Tom.
Nope.
No, he's just owned by someone else, and he has to do his job so he can stay inside.
No, wait. Now you're talking about Paw Patrol. I don't watch.
No, I was just talking about black people.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was doing a very
Talking about
roots thing. That,
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
was
then
trying
the
to be
black people are
quiet
the
with
piece of
it,
shit,
and I had to
right? What?
explain it. Yeah. The dog, a cop dog, is kind
You
of
don't
like.
need to explain it. We all got it now. We're all caught up. Pat, who do you think the piece of shit is?
Well, I would have to say.
No. Go ahead, Pat.
I would have to say. I would have to say that. Yeah, I don't. I mean, it really does depend on who decided Steve should fucking say all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if Steve was like, hey, it's been 25 years, they should hear from me. I would say
That's what it said.
fucking
That's what he felt. It was
Yeah.
Steve.
It was Steve. Yeah. Then yeah, Steve's a fucking dickhead. Like what? Like
People wanted to hear from him.
No one
Amy,
did.
we'll go back
No,
to you now.
no.
I know I cut you off. I'm sorry.
sorry, yeah.
Please finish your point.
No, I was a child whenever Steve was still like the dude, and I didn't really watch it because I thought it was gay, but
Did you like Joe better?
no, I didn't watch
I
it
don't
with
like Joe
Joe.
better. My
No.
kids were
No,
watching.
Steve was a dude. And
Oh,
then
God.
I legit thought he went off to do heroin. I was like, oh, okay, you're from Ohio. Cool.
Nice. Yeah.
But no, I don't know. He got ugly, and that's why he left.
He was always the same looking guy. He looks the same now.
yeah. Well,
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
he does look a lot skinny. He does look like even though he's like I
He
feel like
was
a person that left to go
child.
do a ton of drugs and it would come back looking like he looked
Yeah.
like he took a time
looks
off
like
to
he
take
did
a bunch of
drugs.
drugs. He looks like that. He looks like he lost a bunch of weight. His hat barely fit. Like, why did he put the hat on? Like, I don't
I
understand
think
the
he's
hat.
And I'm
bald.
pretty sure he has
It's-
8.
It's because he's bald.
he's
Yeah,
thick.
he lost his hair.
Sometimes when
there's
people
nothing
can
wrong with being
only
bald.
grow hair here and not here, they wear hats to cover it up. Pat.
Oh well.
I don't know anybody who does that, but
No,
sometimes.
me either. Bobby's just covering that huge mane that he's got.
Well, I would say, why not support it? And if you're coming out being Mr. Truth guy all of a sudden, why are you still hiding your fucking hairline? Let
Good
everything come
fucking
out, Steve. You
point.
fucking pussy.
Because
You know what I mean?
he used to wear a hat on the show sometimes,
Did he?
and also his hair's probably thinning, and he wanted people to recognize him, and it would be weird to see him
Yeah.
like that. It would
Yeah.
be really.
No,
Also,
everything's
have we-
fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Have we ruled out that he didn't just go off to do drugs? Because Sammy, you're from Ohio. I've got a lot of family in Ohio. I had some cousins who went to college for about 60 days and then found out it wasn't for them, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I believe he went to college too.
Yeah, exactly.
I was hoping it was mail time, MALE, and he was gay as shit. He couldn't And not on Clues Clues, you're out of here. And he was done. But the real piece of shit are the people on Twitter. Why can't people on Twitter let someone leave Twitter when they just don't want to be there? You don't have to send them screenshots of other people talking about them on Twitter over Labor Day week and tell them, hey, look at all these people talking about you for no fucking reason. Like, I left Twitter for a reason. I'm a happy person now. Twitter made me sad. I mean, Steve. Anyway.
Well, Pat, you segued this perfectly because I don't know if Sammy or other Pat knows this, but I'm actually pitching a game show to Nick.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he has a game show. He can pitch. Awesome.
So basically, it's a fun theme. It's a family, like we're thinking 8 p.m. Friday nights, like get the family around the TV watching it, game show, like old school style, kind of like Double Dare, something like that. And premise is pretty simple. It's going to be hosted by Drake Bell. Music's going to be done by Gary Glitter or the literal Drake, either one. Kind of fits the theme, if you know what I'm saying. And basically the game show is called 15 or 19. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a guy and show him some slightly pornographic pictures of girls, and he has to determine if they're 15 or 19 while his family watches.
Not just girls. We're going to open it to everybody.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Yeah, we have opened it to everybody. This is 20.
Yesterday we had a gay guy on, so we used.
Yeah. And basically we just need to shoot some for pilots. So would you guys be willing to play 15 or 19? And Pat, we're gonna actually let you go first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going first. Okay.
Oh.
We discussed
Which Pat?
No, Pat, the other Pat,
Pat A or Pat B?
We'll just kind of get a consensus from you guys. New rule is the host doesn't play anymore after last night.
Oh.
All right. Is this person 15 or 19?
She's 15 in my eyes, Pat.
Ugh.
I would say.
I didn't say oofer.
Let's say. I would say.
By the way, Sammy, in the world of 2021, that's what beautiful is now. Just big old shoes and broken
She's
dreams.
stunning and brave.
Yeah, so brave for all that Arby she also had.
I am jealous of her braces because I do want braces. So
Yeah, I want to. No matter what her age is, she's definitely a hypocrite because this is the cop that pulled me over for eating Arby's, and she confiscated my Arby's. What the fuck?
I like that she has Miley Cyrus's dad's hair.
Yeah, yeah. She's 50,
it's more magnificent.
Yes.
but her hair's her nana's. She done passed it down to her.
Well, is she 15 or 19?
I say 15.
Sammy?
Confidently.
I also say 15.
Bobby?
15.
You are all correct. That is a big old 15-year-old girl. And by the way, I hope I never Google again 15-year-olds that look older because I realize I'm probably going to get in trouble for what I Google.
You got to be real careful what you
Yeah, I know. I was like, God damn it.
For bonus points too, I'll say she's also an aunt.
What is that?
That is 15 or 19.
That's 100.
Both pictures are her, by the way. There was a reveal on a game show.
And that's the reveal?
The one on the right side is when they're going to show her face, and then that's her face.
So she's 19.
Yeah, she's definitely older. Or no, she's 15 because that's makeup. It's a game show. She's going to be younger.
Either way, it's a makeup.
I'm throwing it that way. I don't know. That's
I looked this up. I searched it. It's not makeup.
Oh, Jesus.
She's ugly.
Still going 15.
She's Asian. She doesn't look that old. She can't look that old.
She's done laundry for a while.
I think I would have to say, I'm still going to say 15.
All right. Pat says 15. Sammy, 15 or 19?
19.
Bobby?
15.
She's 15 years old.
Oh.
She has,
And that's really her?
She has the degenerative disease, that kind of the Benjamin Button thing where she's looks like she's 60 when she's 15.
Oh, that's sad.
What's sadder is it's just a chink in her armor. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, can I ask though, is that Benjamin Button? Did you do the research? Is it like everything neck down too?
No, and also
Her tits
in
are
their country
stellar.
they don't call it that. They call it Benjamin Button. That's what they call it.
Oh, Scooby Doo's back.
Hello.
He got uncanceled.
All right.
Bobby, you said you had some?
with you. Yeah. All right. Here's the deal. This game's gotten entirely too weak over the past couple of weeks. All right.
Bobby, we went too hard the last. Before that, you understand? We were putting young porn stars on. We were freaking people the fuck out.
Almost broke Andy, and that's why I decided for my 4 pictures to go all pussy shots.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on.
It's gonna be old cats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Are we talking
That
cat
cat-
years?
that's a cute cat.
that's not cute. That cat looks mean as fuck.
He's cute.
He won't. Right there, there's somebody trying to take a shit, and that cat won't move. That's what's happening.
That is a 19-year-old cat.
That
That's
is a
15
French
year
cat with a look at the background. That's French ass
That's
cat.
like a 5-year-old cat.
Wait, are we guessing months?
Nope, this is years. All right, I'll be honest with you. The 15 is 15 months, but the 19 is 19 years.
What?
This is
That's a
Range?
is
baby.
this a 15-year-old or a 19-year-old cat?
Wait, 15-year-old or 15 months?
15 month. Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
that's
Or
a 15
19
month.
years old?
Yeah.
That's our guesses. 15 months or 19 years.
Yep. I really hope
15
I
month.
remember these.
I really hope I remember this. So we don't even know if they're right.
No, I'll remember the pattern in a second.
Oh, so there's a pattern. Now we know there's a pattern, guys. This is like Scantron in high school. I just have to guess. I'm gonna Christmas tree this bitch. This
Just
one.
use
19
clear
years
nail paint polish on the side strip. Remember that
I know
trick?
all the tricks, baby.
All right, Bobby, I'm going to ask the same question that I asked. The second question for this is I did for the Dakota Sky pictures.
Alive or dead?
Yes.
Alive.
The second part
These
is this
cats are
cat
alive.
alive or dead right now?
All the cats are alive.
Do you
You
know
don't
these
know.
cats? Can
Wait.
you introduce me to these cats?
I don't know if you saw, but the picture from earlier, the old Asian lady, she owns this cat and it's dead.
yeah, yeah. This is the one that lives at our shop.
All right, Pat, what's your guess?
Lived.
Lived. Yeah. I say
This
19.
is a
19 years old. I'm saying
This is
19.
a 19-year-old cat.
Why would it be 15 months or 19 years? What the fuck? Why are you looking at cat? What the hell happened to the show?
about
This is
this one?
gay. This is gay as fuck. I
It's
know,
cute
I
cat.
know gay's wonderful. I'm sorry. Gay's great.
15 or 19?
So great. Just fucking in the butt with
All
another guy.
right, that was 15 months.
Wait, the first one was 15 months? Or
How
what?
about this
Well,
one?
the first one was
Oh,
19.
this is old. This is an
That's
old one.
19. Yep. And this one is 15 and looks
Oh,
like
that's a
cat
baby. Look at that cute
got its
face.
name changed because apparently you can't name cats after Nietzsche
Hitler.
characters because he was a misogynist. Bullshit.
Wait, what was his
Zarathustra
name?
his name was Zarathustra. It was a great name for a cat, Zari for short. But when relationships end and somebody else takes it, then they get to name them stupid things like Winnie. And then you
Oh.
think
Wait, that
about
was
it.
your cat.
Should I go steal the cat? Maybe. I don't know. Thoughts?
That's a beautiful cat. I would go steal that.
That one looks like him. It's not. him.
Honestly,
Oh.
after those 4 rounds, I feel like we're all winners, guys.
I got one more.
Oh god damn it.
Oh, he's gonna make it brutal because we saw all the nice kitty cat ones.
I'm
Doesn't-
not making anything brutal. I'm a sweet man.
Am I gonna have to erase my history?
Probably.
It's already been erased.
We did have Andy Malafarina think his whole career was over for about 30
What
seconds.
career? What career
Exactly.
does Andy?
Wait, should I show one of my
Malafarina-
pussies and make you guys guess?
I should have
Sure.
Yes.
Yes, please. That would be great.
How old are your cats?
Do I
15
have
or
cats?
19.
No, I was trying to make a joke. There was like, look at this turn, like Bobby did with that thing. Here we go here. This is gonna be gross. Okay, no, never mind. Not that one. That's too young. Let's go here.
Too young. Did you Google too young?
Yeah, that was the Asian person's name. Too
Yeah,
young.
too young. Oh man. Right as my brain was doing that, you were saying, I was like,
That was it.
"Ah."
Why is it not like my computer's like fuck you? We're not doing this. All right. Never mind. It was just gonna be gross.
Oh god.
Well, the good news is we've got something else for you guys because things actually have been going really well at Nickelodeon with my game show. And they're like, we know you're a comedian, you're creative. Can you pitch us a regular series? Oh, good. Right in the
Don't
middle
get
of
the
my
gross-
setup.
Oh yeah.
15 or 19.
15.
15.
Aww.
15.
She just got
Maybe you
neutered.
didn't guess. You just said, "Oh,
She got spayed.
No, it's sad.
what's that?"
Because she's like all cut open. Then she just.
No, she's all stitched up.
Yeah, she's all stitched up because she probably just had a.
Bobby's never overridden my sharing before.
What?
I didn't
was
stop
enough of
sharing
that.
it. Bobby's like, "Fuck you, you're not sharing anymore."
It was that.
Well,
she
maybe next time Bobby won't fuck around and put cats in our game.
So anyway, back to my setup. So they were like, hey, things are going really well. Would you pitch us a sitcom? And I was like, yeah, I've got one for you. And what we pitched is there's a young man, right, and he has Down syndrome.
Is it
his
about you?
parents- No, I don't have.
Hello.
Down. That's just mean.
I'm sorry, Bobby. I don't know you,
No, we were friends
but
before this.
but I like you.
I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
yeah.
To be honest,
I am too.
She thinks you're great. You're just down with your syndrome. That's all.
this is you have a very misleading camera angle. That's all.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It is fair. It does make my
That was
forehead
meaner
look
than what she said.
I know it's taking the heat off her.
Yeah,
The
well,
camera's
you
going
admit that.
down.
But
Thanks,
basically,
guys.
so the young man, about 17, has Down syndrome, but his parents are super Catholic. And their whole life, they've taught him about like the power of Jesus and, you know, anything's possible through God. And this young man decides he wants to be a priest. And so he goes to the priests and he's like, I'd like to enter the seminary. And they're like, no. And he's like, no. Like anything's possible through God. He got me here. And they're like, well, we really can't argue with that logic,
Right.
because the alternative is not good. So they let him in, and each episode's just kind of him learning along the way. Like
I'm on board. How can I help? What
they
can I
get to the big, you know, they teach important lessons, like he has to stop eating the communion before he gives it out. The not humping episode is really funny because his professor's like, it's the day where we have to teach him not to hump, and he's just like, oh Jesus Christ, we're gonna have trouble with Barry. He humps everything.
He's the only one that does the chanting out of like when everybody else stops. He's just no, we're done. Tim.
So
Tim
what
is-
episode do they decide that he has to be a pedophile?
Yeah, it's like, when's he gonna fuck a kid?
Well, that's the beauty of the season 1 finale, is that's why he gets to stay in, because he's the only one in his class who hasn't been molesting the boys. So they're like, oh, you get to come back for another
They champion
year.
him.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
real season 1.
And
But,
he fucks around and ends up as the Pope.
I like where your head's at. That's where the movie. That's where the movie is.
It's
goes
season
all the
4 of
way
the
up.
new Pope.
It goes all the way up, baby.
But basically,
Bobby,
I'm just
two
looking for
things.
episode ideas. So if you have a thought,
Two things. One, I can't get the picture out of my head of a guy with Down syndrome in a flowing priest robe. It's the greatest thing I've ever in the Pope hat. I think it had to be so big to cover his stupid dome.
Fiddling
It was
with the
so great.
collar. He's like, you got to fix your collar again. What?
Okay,
It's just like,
He's got the collar around his head like a headband because he doesn't
Real
put the
quick.
collar.
can it be Giovanni Ribisi?
Should be.
yeah. Reprising his role from Gilbert Grape. No, what was he? Which one was
The
he?
other sister.
No, that was
And-
Leonardo DiCaprio's retard play. That
Yeah.
was a different one.
But
The other sister. And
I Am Sam,
pretty much every other retard movie, Giovanni Ribisi.
The
That's-
Departed, whatever else he was
Gone in
in.
60 seconds.
I was
know,
hoping to
it's
get
so
Cuba
funny, people-
Gooding Jr. to reprise his radio role. Like he gets done
Yeah.
coaching the football team, and then he's like, "Now, what next?"
We actually had a winning
He
season.
just got
last
done
year.
with Sandusky. Now he's gonna be a priest.
I feel
Go ahead. Pat.
no. I was just gonna say. I feel like people argue that Forrest Gump is not a retarded guy movie, just like people argue that 28 Days Later is not a zombie movie. Like, come on, guys. We all know.
No, Forrest Gump is not a retarded movie. It's a My Mom Has AIDS movie. That's what it is.
Well, Jenny.
Good, you do. I'll have AIDS. Bobby, please tell me the show's called Rev Tarded.
It can be now.
Rev Tarded. You just put a V in. It's not retarded. It's Rev Tarded. He's Reverend Tarded.
Or Rave, the guy from
Retarded.
that guy. I mean,
Retarded.
Or Down with the Lord.
Downs with the Lord.
Downs.
Okay, that's an option.
I like
yeah,
that.
and it takes place in Montana, because we never really address what his issue is, but it's always kind of hinted at. They're definitely telling us he has Down syndrome, but they just never will come out and say it.
But in Montana, wouldn't they just smash him in the head with a rock or something?
They try, but
Oh,
the
that is-
Lord protects them.
The Lord
That is
protects
the
him.
mid-season finale where he goes to Texas to confront the abortion rights activists to go and say,
But which
Without
way?
this
Which way
law-
is he arguing?
without this law, I would not be here. But also, God gives us innate liberties. So we need to meet in the middle where we both protect the unprotected.
Spoiler alert, he gets shot in the head.
But
It doesn't hurt because he has a giant head and it's powerful and it
And it
can't.
goes right past his little tiny brain.
I like
And
that.
in
I
a
like everything we're
twist-
doing here, guys.
Every week he he debunks them. So when people are molesting kids, he goes, never, I would never do that. And then like, and different religious things that you believe. And then like in the season finale, 2 gays go to get married. He goes, get the fuck out of here, fags, because he hates them because he still loves the Lord.
Yeah.
He's still got that. He's still got that God hate inside of him. But
yeah,
I like
which
where
is
you
weird
guys are
because
at, but
if
hang on,
anyone
hang on.
should really hate God, it's him.
I sold it on the premise that the whole irony of the whole show is that even a retarded person like has a better heart than the religious clergy. So like he has to be better than them. Like they have to all be like, no, you can't be in here. And then he has to walk in and be like, love is like he quotes the Bible at him. It's like The Simpsons. There's that moment where it all comes together at the end of each episode.
One episode, he's eating jelly donuts, right? And he's eating them and he's squishing them in his hands. He's a big retard. And then he doesn't wash his hands off and he goes to mass quickly and they see jelly on his hands and they think it's Kimata and they think he's bleeding like Jesus. Dude, that's a fucking great episode.
That's a
great fucking
episode.
Write that down. Somebody, guys, we got to mail this fucking podcast to
Don't make that.
email this podcast to yourself, Bobby, because I feel like that is a cold open for the fucking ages right there. What?
It started as a premise,
It's just
but
the
like, I
curve
feel like
music
we've
comes
actually
on.
made something here, guys.
He does it himself, so it's better. Bonnie, I don't know if you know this, but before you and I started doing this podcast, I was doing a podcast where me and someone else every week were working on a show called Not So Special Now. And it was a guy who was retarded. One day woke up not retarded, but he was in the same body as a retarded person. But he had a caretaker who was taking advantage of him and he didn't know it. So he couldn't tell that guy, but that guy was trying to use him and he had to keep the retard job. He thought he'd lose all his money. It was insane, but I'm ready to write this. I've got episodes. That's what I'm saying.
So it's like the opposite of that Quantum Leap episode.
Right. It was what Quantum Leap was supposed to be. Like when Scott Bakula was just always Scott Bakula.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do one more story, then we'll get the fuck out. All right. Trump to mark 9/11 by charging fans $50 to hear him babble about boxing. Now, this article was written by the Huffington Post, so they're like, it's going to be very anti-Trump. So we'll get to the article. He provided alternative commentary to this weekend's boxing match. What he's going to do is Donald Trump and his son are going to spend the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So on 9/11, which also is a Saturday, and there's a boxing event between Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort, they are going to do commentary that you can pay $50 for to hear Trump and Trump Jr. talk during it. Now, this article goes on to say that's ridiculous. It's not going to a charity. And why is he doing that when Biden is visiting all the places where 9/11 was affected the most on the same day? And they're saying that Trump is a piece of shit for doing this. He should be doing things to celebrate 9/11. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is the Huffington Post for going through this kind of dumb thing? Trump isn't the president anymore. He always did money things. He always did things to make. I'm not defending Trump or anything like that, but it's not like he's supposed to be out there and talking about 9/11. He wasn't the president during 9/11. Is it Joe Biden for saying, well, I'm not doing that. I'm going to visit all these places. Joe's not going to remember where the fuck he went anyway. So when he visits each one, he's going to go, did I go that one already? He's not going to know. Is it Donald Trump and his son for why are they doing announcing for a boxing? Well, who's paying $50 to hear them talk about Evander Holyfield, a retired boxer, and a former MMA guy boxing? It's already crazy enough. You don't need Trump and Trump Jr. also talking about it. I'd also like to hear Barbara Bush and George Bush talk about it. I don't think they're both dead, but anyway, have them fucking talk about it. Who's the piece? Or is the Huffington Post putting the whole thing out? Who's the piece of shit in the story? Pat, you go first.
Man, I would have to say my gut reaction is the Huffington Post here because like I feel like it's really kind of a thing where they're like trying to drum up a thing where there's not a thing necessarily. Like this sounds weird, and I don't have a side in any politics thing. I know we just met. I don't really give a fuck about any of this. But once I heard that Donald Trump and his son, I don't really give a shit about his son necessarily. But like I've heard both of them talk, and I don't give a shit what they're. I know that they're not going to talk about boxing, but like they had Logan Paul as and Pete Davidson as one of their announcers for one of the past fights. So like to me, as far as talkers, people on a mic that are going to talk some shit, these two are the exact people that match up perfectly with Triller. And I
talked about Shea Gillis before. This bit about Trump. He's one of the funniest fucking people, and he talks good shit. Have him make jokes about Holyfield biting people is going to be funny. It's going to be hacky, but it's going to be fun.
Right, and it's exactly what he should be doing on 9/11 because it's like most of those Triller things are like pretty much natural disasters anyway, or
Right.
national disasters anyway. I feel like a lot of the for me personally, Anderson Silva is going to be fighting on that one, and I'm kind of bummed out that there's nobody like qualified. I don't know if I don't think they're the only two people on mic, but
they're just doing that one match. They're just doing the one. That's it.
Yeah, so it's and
it's not even the one. If you pay for the regular thing, you're not getting that. There's an alternative. Pay $50 to hear them do it.
Yeah, but I also feel like there's what do you really yeah, you go and you visit the things, but really Joe Biden could fucking do it too.
Right.
I think it would be very entertaining, and I would like to raise a stake and say maybe add Joe Biden to the booth once he gets done doing all those trips, because that's all, you just go, hey, 9/11
wears
cool.
off.
9/11,
Yeah, he just starts sniffing Don Jr. He's like, that's a good boy.
Starts challenging Trump to a fight.
Maybe they end up in the ring.
Oh, Hunter and Joe tag team match against Don and Don Jr.
Book it.
I'm not fucking with Hunter at all.
Dude, I don't know.
Sammy, who's the piece of shit?
Speaking of big dicks, by the way.
That's
Okay, well, it's definitely not Donald, but it is the Huffington Post or whatever, because
the nothing story.
Yeah, it is a nothing story. And
what do they want to do on 9/11?
Is Donald actually going to do it?
Yeah. Oh, they're doing it. It's there. They're there. They're going to
Really?
be there. They're going to.
I feel like they're going to cancel last minute or some shit.
No, he'll get
or it's going to be a 2-minute thing. You know what I mean?
No. See, here's the thing.
That's what I feel like.
Most people would think Trump would, if he's really thinking about running for president again, on 9/11 would try to be presidential and do a speech to them. But why would he do it when he can reach his voters the best way possible by being fun at a boxing match? Joe's going to make you sad, make you never forget shit when he always forgets shit.
Oh,
and instead,
no, Joe's an asshole.
Donald Trump kind of hinting, hey, he's beating him. He's beating him like I really beat Joe and no one fucking gave me a. It'll be that kind of shit the entire time. And therefore, he'll win over a lot of the people that vote for him. He had to punch. That's what he wanted to do.
I agree, but I feel like he's gonna not do this one. He's gonna do something else. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think
he's making headlines.
He bails after people pay $50. And it depends how much money
he makes headlines.
Because there is no charity. They are just taking the money.
Yeah.
He was a huge supporter of UFC early on too. He's a combat sports guy. So he
and boxing, everything that would make him money when he owned places that could have fight.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, well, I hope he does, because I think it would be interesting. But
I wouldn't listen to it, but I think it would be fun to hear it later. I wouldn't pay $50.
Yeah.
But if it
No,
ended
I'm
up
not
on
paying
YouTube,
money.
I'd definitely check it out.
It's going to end up on every single fucking news site. So,
Bobby.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's not Trump. It's not Trump, because I would love nothing more than for him to just be smoking a blunt with Snoop Dogg, legalize it. I feel like that would be great. It's not Trilla for throwing this event on 9/11. What better symbolizing of they didn't win than having this event? And it's not them for allowing Donald to commentate on it for $50, because again, what's better representation of what America is than somebody that was literally tried to get kicked out of office twice getting to commentate on a fight? You know what I mean? Regardless of your political stance, the fact that as a country we allow that to happen is a pretty beautiful thing. For me, I had a good one and I lost it. Shit.
Huffington Post?
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, by the way, we always bring up the writer when they suck. It's Ed Mazza.
No, it wasn't that. No, it was a decent. Oh, it's Rand Paul.
He's ugly.
Because it better not be Ron Paul.
No, it's Rand Paul. Because if he was as brilliant of a marketer as he likes to think he is, he would hit up Joe Rogan, and they would also do their commentary on this fight, and it would be the libertarians versus the conservative commentary.
Turn it into a debate.
Exactly. Swing it for publicity. Oh, you think you got a big name? Well, let me pull out the biggest one on our deck. Joey Rogues.
I like that.
Or even Bernie Sanders.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That
George
would be...
Floyd. Is he available? Is George Floyd available?
He might be.
It would be fun to watch Gillis bounce back and forth between the Rogan and the Trump podcast. He gets invited to both. Sorry, Joe, I'm really sorry. I'll be right back. You got to understand, it's Trump. He's wearing the same Walmart shirt to both.
I think the piece of shit is the Huffington Post, like for writing this fucking article. It's a nothing. So, and even the headline is like Trump's doing this instead of celebrating that. He's not doing it instead of. It's not like there was things that. What do you want to happen at a 9/11 thing? First, and this is I know I'm gonna sound like a dick. Can we fucking cut it out with 9/11? It happened a long fucking time ago. It was sad. Okay, I get it. People die all the time. If it was a good one, we would have given it a name. We're just calling it the day. It's not even a cool name. It's just the day. You ruined the day. My great Nana was born on that day, and I can't tell people, hey, I like to think about my great Nana. Like, she died in the towers. No, she died before the towers even were built. She's an old ass fucking lady. Her birthday was 9/11. She can't even have a good fucking day. Who gives a fuck? Do other things on it. That's the way America moves on. Maybe the former president being silly, talking about Vander Holyfield and MMA guy fight.
Maybe it's comedians of the compound in Las Vegas. Who knows?
Yeah, go see that. We just added Joe, what's his name? I saw that on
Bobby Jambro.
No, I was hoping it was your name. It was Joe Curry. I was like, what the fuck?
I think he's gonna be there too.
You just posted it.
I know. Trying to.
I want to make sure you're.
I'm trying to make it seem like to our fans, I'm on the same level as everybody else, Pat. So just roll with me here. All right?
Well, you're better than all of them. And
Thanks, man. I love you. I love you.
It's not even like a.
I believed it.
You don't have to do this shit. Yeah,
Alrighty.
it goes
Real
Berg,
quick.
then you, then the other motherfucker.
I mean, that's very gracious of you. Thank you.
It goes me, Berg, all you got, but I'm not on the
Okay.
show.
God damn it. You had to follow it up with something ridiculous like that. So now
Yes,
people
I
think you're
did,
joking.
because that way
So
people
now
will
people
talk
think
about
you're joking. They might have thought it was serious.
it. And then people will forget I made a George Floyd joke that didn't hit.
Yeah, did kind of come out of left field.
I kind of choked on that one. Please do it. Go ahead.
Okay, so now Chrissy Mayer is way above you. So
I
Chrissy is
agree.
great.
I
I
agree.
like Chrissy.
Pat's just being
I love
ridiculous,
Chrissy.
as you can see. As he
Chrissy's
clearly put
fantastic.
himself way up there too.
Yeah, but I would never put myself anywhere.
Um,
Bobby does it. Bobby and I have done shows together where we both have to sit there and go, if we tell each other we were good, we both like get shy and don't know what to do.
yeah, exactly.
All
So
weekend, the headliner of the shows was just like me, just 2-man show, and everyone came up to me and I had to walk away. He goes, I want to tell you were good. I'm like, I don't want to hear it.
yeah,
I can't
like
do it.
the
I
high.
can't. I can yell on stage. I can't hear one person say a good thing about me.
No eye contact. No eye contact over the show. I just have
I
to,
literally yell on stage, do not talk to me after the show. We did it. This is how I talk to people.
yeah, same.
just put like blinders on.
Yeah, well, that's what these are. I can't fucking see shit. Pat,
Or
Sam,
I guess
wait,
thank
wait,
you
wait,
so
glasses
much.
off.
wait. Before we get out of here, we have to do one very serious ad read.
Oh yeah, we
I've
forgot
got
to
this,
do something
Pat.
very
Don't worry,
serious.
I've got it.
Good.
Listen, some things have happened in Texas. A lot of our fans are from Texas. If you find yourself in a position where you need to potentially break the law, let me recommend Silk City hot sauce. Okay.
It's better than an abortion.
It may do the same job. I'm just saying if you use the ghost pepper sauce, it may have the same results you are looking for. I'm not a doctor. Reach out to them at Silk City Hot Sauce on Twitter if you want the answer
Well,
to that question.
Good thing. I am a doctor, and I know that if a baby is only 6 weeks old, that's the oldest age they're going to let it be in Texas. But if you pour hot sauce on a 5-week-old baby, it's got no chance of living. So if you're going to do it, don't. What if the baby does make it? What if that small chance happens? Don't you want it to smell delicious? Use Silk City hot sauce. Don't use Frank's or the other bullshit ones. You want your kid to smell like Aztec Attack. Well, no, that's Mexican. But you want your kid to smell like something good, like Jonestown or fucking Badass Jew or something wonderful. So if you're gonna abort your baby a new style with hot sauce and not co-hangers like old school, do it with Silk City hot sauce.
Promo code POS to save 15% and someone's life.
Yeah,
Personally,
POS stands for pregnancy. Oh shit. That's what it
Oh
stands.
shit.
If you use the promo code, you save 50%. But also, okay, we shouldn't just say it's not only for abortion, it's also to help out your food. It makes food amazing. It's actually more, if I talk to the guys there, they would probably say, hey, Pat, let's not do the whole Texas angle unless we're going to talk about brisket or barbecue.
Oh,
Not babies that can't have a choice yet. Yes, they have eyelashes, but maybe they shouldn't have hot sauce. I
And to
understand.
them, we would say, listen, you knew what you got when you signed up for this.
Yeah. And then I would also say, listen, asshole, my body, my choice. Who the fuck are you as a white male to tell me how to take care of my hot sauce
He
baby?
scared Sammy away.
Yes, I did. If she comes back with a 5-week-old baby, I am leaving.
And hot
And hot
sauce.
sauce, yeah. I feel like what you guys are saying is if you want to abort boring flavor, that you should use promo code POS, right?
When I use them, I pour them on this rib dish I made called Ribs Beta Ginsburg. It's amazing. I put it all over it. It's incredible.
Ribs Bader Ginsburg.
That's my new ribs. Ribs Beta Ginsburg.
Sammy, sorry if our abortion talk was too much for you. I apologize. If it made you tap out, don't try it. The ghost sauce from Silk City Hot Sauce, because it'll definitely tap out.
It
That's
sounds
way too
super
much
hot.
heat.
I used it and it gave me an abortion. So
See?
Perfect.
She's testifying for us.
Nailed
I wasn't even pregnant, but it gave me an abortion. It impregnated me and then killed the baby.
yeah,
Like a gentleman.
it got me so pregnant, and then I just popped that shit right out. So
It's the plan B of hot sauces.
Oh, by the way,
There it is. There's the
anybody
tagline.
who's real quick, if anyone is really voting on things to stop, if a woman wants to have an abortion, let her abortion. Calm down, weird white men. What are you worried about? Just let people have abortions. Anyway, go ahead.
yes, abortions.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. What's up with weird white men thinking they know? White men should not ever have any kind of talk about women's bodies. I'm sorry, but it's fucking weird.
We're just
Well,
anybody.
people should talk about abortions.
Sometimes
We
we
should
can
talk
also
about
just
them, but
kind
not.
of-
We shouldn't tell people that they can't have them.
Sometimes we can also just kiss on issues with fun ad reads where we kind of get our stance out there, but don't actually take the issue head on. You know what I mean?
No one listens to me, Bobby.
No.
To be fair, Pat looks like he is like anti-abortion.
I know, that's why I
Which
gotta
one?
say that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I am not that person at all.
And I look like I'm very pro-abortion. Like I've had like a ton of them. And
What does that look like?
I would
like I'm a
honestly.
slut.
I would
No,
approve of
sluts have the babies and leave them somewhere.
Is that true?
I don't know
I
what
don't
he's
know.
No, sluts have abortions. I know a lot of sluts.
She's from Ohio, guys.
Yeah, see, I'm
Hello?
not from the slut capital of the world. I don't know. Like,
I am from the slut capital of America,
I'm
Ohio.
not pro or anti-abortion. I'm just
Oh,
not.
yeah.
I just don't want to get involved in other people's lives. If somebody wants to do something, that's not
Yeah.
a thing we should vote on. It's too religious, do whatever. It's just to be someone's choice. Unless we can vote.
100%.
If we can do that, then I should vote who can fuck and who can't. I should look at some guy go, you can't fuck.
Now we're talking.
Personally, I believe in eugenics. I'm here to take a stand.
Yes. I'm here today to talk to you guys.
Yes, we
About
need
Scientology.
to.
Not the
Only
eugenics
certain
of
people
hot
should
sauce.
breed.
Yes. Not me. I did it. I'm done. I tapped out. It's fine.
Well, this podcast was crazier than claiming your state's doing something for pro-right and then having the highest death rate in the capital. You know what I'm saying. God damn
They
it.
kill,
Are you
they
making
kill
me
all the
into
life.
that?
No life.
Like I'm pro eugenics.
Not you. No. I was
Okay.
just trying to wrap the podcast up in a fun,
I
clean
was
way
gonna say,
with a
don't
joke.
make it
actually
on me
does.
with that.
No.
Texas,
It's about
go-
Texas.
Oh, let your chair retard and kill a baby in 6 weeks.
Yeah,
Come visit.
exactly.
Everything's
Yeah.
bigger in
Yeah.
Texas.
Like we're pro-life, but also we have the highest capital death rate in the country. So
We're
Well, we have-
we have
oh,
some
the biggest
fucking
state.
awesome deaths.
yeah, exactly.
Except for the Matthew Shepard one. That was
Also, if if you went to all those politicians who voted on the bill and were like, "Hey, we're going to give you a time machine. What are you going to do?" Like 50% of them are going, "I'm killing baby Hitler." You're like, "Ah, gotcha, gotcha."
Personally, I don't think they're
Baby Hitler was
any of them are killing baby Hitler.
He was adorable.
they're
He's
they're
little
funding
fucking
baby
face.
Hitler.
That's a
Hitler's
good
adult
point.
face is like
About
if he
the
had no
war
mustache,
hawks.
Hitler would have been an adorable baby.
What if like you know how everybody always said
No.
like, Hitler was a good painter? What if the time he was painting was when he was a baby? What if it was like finger painting? What if it was, like,
He
and it
just
was
had a
just his
ton of
parents-
potential.
It was just his parents that said he was a good painter because they put all of his pictures in the fridge, and they're just like, "You're so good, Adolf," and he's like,
And then the war starts happening. He starts taking over, and they have to come up with something. They're like, no,
he's a good painter. He's a good painter.
You didn't see that picture he drew of a bagel shop on fire? It was beautiful.
He only had that confidence because his parents told him he was a good painter.
Yeah. And they had to say something like, this guy's gonna kill so many Jews. Let's steer him. Painting? I don't know.
And,
Can't
he
say
had,
baseball
and
because
his parents gave him a small dick. And that's the moral of the story, guys.
Exactly.
See, Bobby,
Give your
led with
kids
that.
big cock.
I mean, that does make sense why he was so into eugenics, right? He was
Yeah.
like, God damn it, this is what I have. I'm gonna figure this shit out.
Gotta make these
Yeah.
dicks bigger.
But he did have big dick energy for a small dick, man. You know what I mean? Like
Fortunately, yeah.
He had
Wow.
small dick energy. 100%.
he killed it with those crowds. He really knew his audience.
He really knew his audience.
I can't wait till his Netflix special. It's gonna be fucking killer. And he's also gonna have the ching chong ching button. If you could listen to him talk like that, crowd, like I would love that all day. It's like
I would love that. Yeah, that affect on like that being a closed caption. But he would probably have it for each nation because again, he
Right.
wanted to take over the whole world. So he
His
wants to
book-
attend all of the.
his book, Lo Mein Cough, is gonna be tremendous.
Sorry,
And-
I keep interrupting the outro. I apologize.
No.
No.
Bobby's
It's fine.
wishing we
Are
would just do the
trying to
outro.
do the
at this point.
outro?
No.
Sorry,
not at
Bobby.
all.
We're still
I was
going
literally
on.
going through my notes, making sure I hit everything. The only other thing is, I'll just say this.
Did you check off the
everybody-
Hitler thing?
Yes, everybody on this podcast has heard me bitch like a dozen times, at least, that I'm only work my job at Dick's for the fucking health insurance. Well, on Friday, I needed to use my health insurance and found out that they weren't giving it to me, which was just a fun.
Wait, you have health insurance at Dick's?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently he doesn't.
Well, I mean, I called them on the phone and they rectified the situation. It was a paperwork issue on their end. And the woman was like, you really handled this well. Most people would have been a lot angrier. And I was like, I've worked here for 10 years. I'm used to the incompetence. She was like,
Aw.
that was kind of shitty. And I was like, yeah, sorry. You didn't give me health insurance for 9 months. Like I get one comment. And she was like, that's fair. So we worked that all out.
Are you
But-
good though?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm covered. It's all good. It was literally a clerical error on their end. But I was looking for the Johnson & Johnson because we have to get vaxxed for work. And so I couldn't find it anywhere in Pennsylvania. It's the only one I really
So they
wanted to
make you get vaccinated, but then they like give you the runaround.
Exactly. So they were like, just go and
That's
tell
some
me you
bullshit.
don't have any for right now, and then you can get it. But I wanted to get Johnson & Johnson, so I emailed Scott.
Isn't it
Perry.
free?
It is. So it all
Oh.
worked out. We're all good. Mission accomplished. But I emailed Scott Perry and was like, hey, Scott, you're my representative. Can you help me? Like, I really don't want to do this, but if I'm going to be
that-
forced
Is
to,
that the guy from
like Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Mr. Dix?
No. That's like our
It's
state
your
representative for my area.
Scott Dix. I don't know.
And I was like, hey, man.
I never
I-
thought about his last name being Dix. I always just thought it was a guy named Dick, his first name, and he was like, whatever. But like last name Dix is even better. Richard Dix.
Jason Dix.
The new Jason Bourne, but he just fucks.
Yeah.
Dicks. He
Sorry,
doesn't know how
Bobby.
to fuck, then
Bobby,
one day
keep
he
going.
remembers how to
Pat,
fuck real
Pat,
good.
shut up. Bobby.
No, I
keep
was killing it.
No,
You weren't.
Bobby, shut up. I want to hear more about Bobby.
How dare you? This is my POS. Fuck you, bitch. I hope you die of the heroin you do.
I'm not on
Wow.
heroin.
You're crippled, friend. Talk less.
Yeah, get him on next time.
We did. He was great.
Yeah, he
And
said
so-
you were fun too.
And so
But
were you.
fuck you.
You were also fantastic. And so were you, Pat. And so were you, Bobby. Now let's close this fucking shit out.
I love all you guys, though. This is really fun.
It was very fun. Pat, tell us about you.
Me, but my like socials and
Where we
shit.
can follow you, where we can see
yeah.
your shit, what you want us to know.
Where
Yeah.
do we follow that sweet mustache?
Oh yeah. Well, you can follow the Sweet Mustache on Instagram at Baby Mermaid Productions, or also on YouTube, Baby Mermaid Productions. Just subscribe and follow. Do all that stuff. That's where I put all the shit that I produce, as well as all audio platforms. Apple, Google, and everything. Search any of the shows. Proper Bonex, Falls Count Anywhere. I'm doing shows in September around the Harrisburg area. So if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, you'll see them there. And just follow me
And
there. And guys, I
definitely-
really appreciate you having me here. Thank you so much. for having me
Absolutely.
on the show.
Definitely go out and see Pat. As funny as he is on this, he's a very funny stand-up. I've admired him from the back of many a comedy club. So he's a good guy to
appreciate
go
you.
see. It's a good fun time for everybody. Like you said, he's not political. So if you're tired of hearing people rant one way or another, you're not going to deal with that. You're just going to have some good laughs.
The most political I get is talking about my cum. So
Sometimes you just need a guy telling dick.
my
I was like, how political is that? All right.
cum is my
intrigued.
state representative. Sorry, I didn't say that. My cum is my state representative. That's what I voted for. So
Nice. Sammy, I think you're one of the only few Twitter accounts I miss following. So why don't you let people know where they can follow you if you want them to?
You can follow me at SammyJoe_ho on Twitter and Instagram. I post thirst traps and
Yes, you do. I have promoted you as the only person who wasn't dumb enough to go to OnlyFans and give it out for free.
Yeah. I mean, you can buy me stuff on my Amazon, whatever, but I don't really give a shit because none of this matters.
Like the wish list thing. That really
Yeah.
worked. I know girls who get shit. You guys will just like, yeah, buy this thing.
Oh, I mean, I get shit on my wish list, but
That's awesome. That's what I'm saying.
But I
put up a
don't-
wish list. It would just be like coat hangers. Nobody would give me anything.
yeah, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't promote it. Like, it's there. And sometimes if you want to see my pussy, I might,
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Follow
I've
us.
never seen it. You might, man.
yeah, you gotta spend a lot.
Yeah, but go see Pat perform.
Yeah, go see Pat. Go see Pat.
I'll show you my pussy too. I mean, if you guys want to see my pussy, I'll do it. But ask Bobby.
Yeah.
He's seen it from the back of many
great.
comedy clubs.
Yeah,
It's usually his closer.
Yeah, it's usually I just go, I open it and then I close it. Good night.
I'll be
Same
working
thing.
next to your pussy.
Check me out at Bobby_Tamburo across social media. Check out the Eastside Dave Show with Roy Harder every Tuesday at 7:30 on Compound Media. That's a fun one. Check out How Could You Forget? That's our series I do with Luby. It's a game show. It's a lot of fun. It's on YouTube, so it's free. If you don't want to subscribe, check it out. We have a lot of big names on that one. And get on our Patreon. We've had a lot of fun episodes, so get over there. We just had a fun run. We did all of the panties in the mouth guys. They're a lot of fun. We're working on cycling them back in. Shout out Nate. You were our first re-invite. I hope the other two guys hear this and get angry.
Yeah, Nate is the funniest out of all three of those guys.
That
I
was
would
our
agree.
experience.
On the podcast, they were all great, but Nate was a natural flow to the show. All three were great, but like Nate was awesome.
I feel like Andy and Lemaire really hold him back.
It is time Nate cut his wings and fly. Yeah, I agree.
Definitely get out of there. Get his panty in the mouth. Just one.
Yeah. You don't need.
I like how Bobby just like stares up in his face. Like, yes, okay, so
Somebody says like he's
my
like a little
podcast.
kid. Hi, Dad.
The mushrooms just started kicking in. He ate an 8.
Must
That's why he was
be.
so concerned about time. He's like, guys, hurry up! It's I just ate a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
The issue
Guys,
is
there's
my
monsters
camera's
behind
here,
me.
the monitor's there, so I look either there.
The
there,
monster's
and
about to
it's
get me, and
Yeah, are you all good on promoting, Bobby?
Yep, that's all me, man.
All right.
I mean,
I,
I'll be in Vegas. Come check it out.
Yeah,
So,
promote
already
it.
got
They're in
tickets.
fucking Vegas. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it'll be fun.
I put a clip up on YouTube of one of my newer sets. That's not none of the jokes are on my 2 albums. It's up on YouTube if you want to check it out. Go see that. Some newer shit on there. Go join the Patreon. So that's for less than $1 a week. You get tons of content. You see shows before anybody else does. You get exclusive shows as well. Get on there. If not, just go on YouTube, subscribe to Pat Oates' YouTube channel, and check that out. You can see the shows for free when they do come out on there. We thank you guys so much for joining us. Support Suck City Hot Sauce and all the things they do as well. And Bobby,
Remember, if you can't join them, beat them, and don't be a piece of shit.